Netflow is used to provide statistics on user traffic throughout the network. Mainly, it's going to be used to provide information about who has been speaking with who, at which time, and over what protocol and what ports. And this is nowadays used heavily by CM and big data security analytics platforms to identify suspicious network activity. Like as I was saying, nowadays the attackers are going to inject malicious code, which are going to wake up at specific points in time and send only very rarely they're going to send, let's say they're going to try and contact their master, which is the attacker from the internet. So once the attacker got in with a specific code on one of the endpoints on the inside, he's going to make use of that infected endpoint to control it remotely and do damage in the network and steal sensitive data. But in order not to be discovered, then what happens is that that specific malicious code is going to be stealth, keep silent, and it's only going to very rarely communicate with the command and control center, which is the attacker from the internet, in order to receive further instructions. Like each 1 week or each 2 weeks, the malware can go out on the internet and speak with its master, asking, hey, what do you want me to do next? Here I am at your disposal. And then the attacker is going to instruct the malicious code to do whatever actions in the network. So because of that, because of how currently attacks are being deployed, then you need as much visibility in the network as possible to know who has been speaking with who at which point in time and over which protocol. Like if you see in your reporting, in your Netflow analyzer reports, you see that a specific host like constantly sends, 2-3 packets at 2 a.m. in the morning to a specific destination. That has to mean something. That's very weird that only a specific host takes that action at a specific point in time to a specific destination. So that has to raise, a question. But you cannot be aware of that unless you use Netflow to see exactly who has issued which traffic in the network at what time and over what protocol and port. Now what Netflow does is going to group packets into flows. So packets with the same characteristics, like with the same protocol, source port numbers, destination port numbers, source IP, destination IP, all of them are going to be part of the same flow. And then Netflow exports flow information towards Netflow collector and analysis engine. So within that export that the router is going to send to the Netflow analyzer or collector, it's going to basically identify each such flow with most commonly used attributes being described is that what is the source and destination IP addresses, source and destination port numbers, what is the protocol, what is the QoS type of service level, on which interface what is it received on, and of course it can collect a lot of information and attach that to the export of the flow for that session. Like you can even collect the time, and it can even collect the session bytes, so how much traffic was being sent over that session. You can also collect, BGPS numbers, or what is the routing protocol used to send that packet back and forth. It's a lot of other data that Netflow can collect and report over to the analyzer. Now we're not going to go to the configuration in Netflow from the CCNA configuration, CCNA point of view. It's only briefly being discussed because Netflow has a lot of, it has a couple of versions like SNMP did as well, but it has many variations to be configured depending on what you want to export and how do you want to export, and from let's say which mode of the router do you want the Netflow export to be done.